Welcome everyone to Footcast. We thank you for showing love to our first video. Today we present to you our first review video, which will be based on Arsenal versus Manchester United. We saw Arsenal win at Old Trafford after 14 years in the Premier League. Wow, what a victory for them. So starting on this note, I would like to welcome Tang, Shaurya and Dhruv. काफी सारा welcome तुम सबको. So without further ado, I would like to ask this first question, which is based on, according to me, which made the major difference in the game, which is the midfield. So, Shaurya, how do you feel was the midfield for Arsenal this match, in this match?
They've commendable. I mean, I thought after seeing the lineups, I thought Arsenal would be outnumbered in the midfield because United were playing a diamond formation and they had two holding midfielders, two attacking midfielders. So I thought Arsenal would be outnumbered, but that wasn't the case. Partey and Lenny were fantastic. And to be honest, Bellerin and Saka filled the void on the sides if they were trying to get some width through Bruno or Pogba on either side. And Saka and Bellerin did fill the void, and it was commendable. The midfield performance from Arsenal is by far the best I've seen this season.
Right. So, in contrast to this, I would like to ask Tang, how was the midfield for United this week?
Um, Shambles, basically, Dave. I mean, at Old Trafford this season, in the last 6 Premier League home games, we have not had a victory. And I did expect a fight. I'm not saying that I expected a victory, but I expected a fight from the Manchester United team. I know it was a new formation, but it was due. I mean, this formation was due and it was about to be placed. And I just think that it was the wrong match to implement this formation. And to be very frank, in our midfield, we had Paul Pogba, who gave away the penalty, who played the whole game, the 90 minutes. And it was a shocking decision by Solskjaer to bring on Donny van de Beek in place of Bruno. I mean, I literally don't understand what did Bruno Fernandes do to get himself off, and what did Paul Pogba not do to get himself subbed off. I don't know. And the midfield performance is really, it's a huge concern because the players that played in the midfield are not bad. They were not bad. I mean, they are not bad players. I mean, they performed in a very different way where they usually perform. So, I mean, for me, Paul Pogba's, pace and his ability was not, we were not able to see his ability on the field. He was not at his game. And I don't really know whether this formation will be working for us in the future or not. But currently, I feel this formation should not be implemented for the next few games.
Right. On that note, Dhruv, do you have any further comments for the midfield performance either by Arsenal or United?
Yeah, I mean, as I completely agree with both Shaurya and Anand that Arsenal's midfield performed very well. Like in a जैसे वर्क रेट होता है और जो मेहनत लगती है एक प्लेयर को to control the ball and keep possession and not give the opposition too many chances to create or to exploit your defense. And Arsenal's defense is a defense which could have been exploited in, let's say, last season, but then there have been major improvements in that area as well. And जहाँ तक यूनाइटेड की मिडफील्ड की बात है, the substitutions that Ole made, जैसे अनंत ने बोला कि ब्रूनो को निकाल के वैन डी बीक लाए, and the other substitution that he made was, I think he took off Fred and he brought in Matic. And at वो टाइम पे मिडफील्ड में हमारे पास दो होल्डिंग मिडफील्डर्स थे, प्रॉपर होल्डिंग मिडफील्डर्स, व्हिच वाज स्कॉट मैकटोमिने एंड मैटिच. बट तब क्या हो रहा था कि स्कॉट मैकटोमिने वाज पुश्ड फर्दर up the field and Matic was coming back to defend. But I didn't understand the point of that क्योंकि हमारा formation diamond से ज़्यादा change नहीं हुआ था तभी भी, क्योंकि उसके बाद भी कवानी भी आया था. But then the formation, I don't know if the players were not understanding their positions very well or what was going wrong in that game. But there was a very, I think Ole's made a wrong decision to play this formation for this match. Although I think he could play this formation आगे जाके in the next few matches उसको खिलाना चाहिए, but that depends on the opposition. Against Arsenal, which generally plays as 3 man at the back, like a 3-4-3 formation, and this diamond formation was not gonna work. Was not gonna work, and especially यार जो performance, मतलब you have performances on both ends of the pitch, right? एक तरफ you have Thomas Partey, you have El Neni who मतलब did majority of the work, and you know it showed. Like match में दिख रहा था कि वो लोग इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, and you know they're getting the chances for it, you know. And वहीं पे you have Paul Pogba who is nothing, who's doing nothing. Like he's just flair. He's all flair, and he's not even skill anymore. There was a time when he used to have skill, he used to have flair, shot वॉट मारता था. अभी तो भाई ऐसा हो गया, जब बॉल आता है उसके पास वो शॉट लेने का सोचता नहीं है, पहले रुकाने का सोचता है, फिर पास देने का सोचता है, या पता नहीं क्या सोचता है. I mean, I remember there were 2-3 instances in the game where he was just outside the box, and he could have just, you know, taken a single touch and just shot the ball, you know, like taken a good shot. But usko, there's a sluggishness to his game. It's just it's sad, and you know, ऐसा लगता है कि यार वो खाली पैसे कमाने बैठा है, हेयर कट कराने बैठा है. मतलब we were this for the past 3-4 years, but it's like it's the truth. It's like वो कुछ करता नहीं है मैच में. He doesn't deserve to start. Not even for a
Adding,
team like West Ham.
adding to what Dhruv just said, I feel that United's midfield was very, loose. Like the passes in the mid were very slow. Either they were not, to the directly to the player, and in contrast, Arsenal's midfield were playing to the spot, like to the spot. Direct passing was there. Front passing was there. The holding midfield by El Nini and Partey, it was there in the first half. When it was required, when Partey was required to go forward, he was going forward, which was completely missing from McTominay and Fred. What was happening in my case when I observed the game was McTominay was coming in place of Fred, which was not required. McTominay was required to go forward and support Bruno. So I feel that diamond formation in front of Arsenal should have been avoided. It could have, come into effect with a team like Everton, maybe. So, all right, moving on. My next question to Tang is, what do you feel should United change when it comes to, the starting 11? Who should play and who should rest?
So I think that's a very simple question. You can ask any Manchester United fan, and who should be benched? It's Paul Pogba. Simple as that. And I mentioned it earlier. But other than that, let's not stick to that. There were other players who could have done better, according to me. I think that it's not only Pogba. I mean, obviously Pogba was not good, but there could have been a better performance for the likes of Fred and by the likes of Lindelof. So, but why I don't blame these players is that this is a new formation for them. They have to get used to this formation in order to, get goals. And secondly, Manchester United just came back from a final victory. That's what's hurting me. I mean, we scored 5 goals against Leipzig. They were semi-finalists, I guess, or quarter-finalists. I mean,
And
semi-finalists.
at the time they were top of the Bundesliga. जब
Exactly.
हमारी मैच हुई थी और हम 5-0 हराया था हम लोगों ने उनको.
Exactly. And so the things that need to change is, firstly, I think we need more time to this formation. So we don't need to play this formation in big games. I don't think so. I feel that we should revert back to that 4-2-3-1, 2 wingers, 1 striker, and the number 10, which will be Bruno. And he's very effective in that role. So I think we should stick to that. And the players, simple as that, Paul Pogba benched, and any winger. I mean, to be honest, I feel that Daniel James, if he plays, he'll do a better job than Paul Pogba
Mata.
or even Mata. Exactly.
As well, yes. He's been doing great.
Yes.
Right. So, Dhruv, do you feel that Cavani should start for United now? Like, is he match fit according to you? Like, we saw him for the last 15 minutes against Arsenal. So, do you feel, was he drifting apart from the ball, or was he, ready to, score goals for United?
So the thing with Cavani is कि अभी Arsenal के सामने I don't think it was his best, you know, like cameo performance that he's had for United. उसके अलावा पहले के 2-3 मैच जब वो आया है after 70 minutes, he's actually played very well. Like I've enjoyed seeing him. Like he's got something different which our attack needs. Like in that point in the match, but didn't happen against Arsenal. But okay, the game wasn't going our way, not in the first half, not in the second half. So I don't blame him for that. So Cavani could very much start. I have no objection towards that. But now since Martial is his ban is lifted, now there's too many players to rotate. And I think if Ole sticks to this formation, a two-striker formation, then he's going to have a lot of options for a lot of matches to, rotate between Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, and Cavani. Which I think if he, अगर वो अच्छे से कर लेगा, तो it can work to our benefit.
Right. So, coming to an Arsenal fan, how have the new signings been for you? In the likes of Gabriel, the likes of Willian, and Thomas Partey. 45 million signing, but I think he's doing a pretty good job. How do you feel about it?
Bargain, all three of them bargain, definitely. There were rumors that Gabriel was approached by United and he chose Arsenal over United, and what a decision made. No, just kidding. Then Gabriel and Holding both, they were so tight to Greenwood and Rashford, not giving them an inch of space to run behind them. It was exceptional. And what I liked about Arsenal was how we controlled Bruno Fernandes, how we didn't allow him to get on the ball and find that killer pass to find Greenwood or Rashford. I don't think he had a touch in the box.
So in the second half, we saw a tackle made on Greenwood by Gabriel. I feel like in the replay shown by the cameraman, I clearly saw a stamp on Greenwood's foot. So do you feel that Gabriel should have been given a second yellow card owing to the fact that it was a clear stamp? And secondly, would that yellow card would have made a difference in the final outcome of the result? Tang, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that it should have been a second yellow card. Yeah, but on the second question, I don't think we would have done anything after that. It was, see, the match. Okay, you can stop dancing, Shaurya. I know you've won that game, but to be very frank, I have to be very honest, because this is football, and I don't think we could have done anything. Because I didn't see that creativity. Tell any person to see the highlights of the game. It'll be a 7-minute highlight in which Manchester United will be involved offensively for only 30 seconds. That's the kind of match it was, and I don't feel we would have even drawn that game after the red card. But yeah, it should have been a red card, but it's no excuse it was a dismal performance.
चलो, United तो मना कर रही है. Arsenal का
perspective
सुन लेते हैं क्या?
I don't agree with this. That अगर red card पड़ता ना, तो I think United could have done something, like gotten away with a draw somehow. Because जब वो point चल रहा था, जब वो foul हुआ, उसके थोड़ा पहले, उसके थोड़ा बाद, we were seeing the United players on the attacking, मतलब they were attacking at that point. They took 2 shots, 3 shots in that space, in that time. वो foul होने के just पहले और just बाद. And United is one of those teams. There are not many teams जो जैसे मैच खत्म होने आती है तब उनको ऐसे तभी वो जागते हैं कि गोल मारना है या रिजल्ट निकालना है. But United has become that sort of team in the past 1 year or 2 years, and it's, I think, थोड़ा difficult होता है अगर end moment पे कुछ result लाना होता है. It's difficult for any team, and United has it in them to do that. Even though पूरी मैच उन्होंने इतनी टट्टी खेली है तो भी कुछ तो कर सकते हैं.
I would like to add one thing. If Gabriel would have been sent off, that would have been a loss in aerial presence to Arsenal, and United could have exploited that with Maguire, Lindelof.
Exactly.
Pogba जिसने 40 game खेला, but they have the height, and Tierney, Bellerin, these people aren't that tall, and obviously उनकी
वो फाउल के टाइम पे भी मैचेस तभी चल रही थी. अपने को 2-3 कॉर्नर मिले थे.
But Mike Dean was my guy that day, so.
Smoke weed every day.
बट एक चीज अपन मतलब सब मिस कर रहे हैं, वो ये है कि एलिनी का एक पास जो लेनो के सर पे लगा था यहाँ पे, और
वो तो लक था भाई, बच गए.
वो सच्ची में बस अर्सेनल का उस समय लक था कि वो अंदर नहीं घुसा. एनीवे, ऑन दैट नोट, सो ध्रुव, अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. Arsenal's front 3 और Manchester United's front 2 or say 3, considering Bruno, which were better in the game?
in this game, I didn't enjoy the performance of either, honestly. Matlab, as we've seen in the whole season till now, the 6-7 matches that both teams have played, uh, the United front three or front two or front four, whatever you say, has been much better than what Arsenal's attack has been in the past 6 months. Like you see Aubameyang, it was his second goal in 6 or 7 games. And I personally expected Aubameyang as a player to do much more in the beginning of the season. And Willian hit that post in the match, which was a very I don't फट गई थी मेरी basically. So and I know yeah, I have respect for Willian as a player. I loved him at Chelsea as well. And Lacazette, I used to be fond of him kind of, but अभी तो I don't really like him anymore. बाकी तो जब यूनाइटेड की बात आती है तब in this match I don't the formation was wrong. I think if we had 3 people ahead leading the line, I think it would have been much better to find gaps between the defenders and all of that. But this match Greenwood जो कर सकता था किया. I mean Rashford कितना ही करेगा bro, हर मैच में कितना कितना करेगा. I mean you just can't expect them to play every match. But then it comes on the mentality as well. So this was not a game, for the attacking, the both sides attacking. It was more of a defensive kind of match. And as we know, the midfield won it. Thomas Partey, Elneny, and the defenders, Hector Bellerin. These are the people that won the match. I don't think the attackers had
True.
much to say, much to do in this match.
But I
Both
would
the
like to
teams.
disagree with Dhruv on a very serious point, which is that attackers also play a role defensively, where they press the defenders of the opposition's team, and United didn't do that, not once. And Arsenal did that the entire game. They cut all passing lines, which would link United's defense to the midfield. Aubameyang, if Lindelof had the ball, Aubameyang cut the passing lines to Wan-Bissaka. Then you had Elneny filling in to get McTominay. So I think that was one of the most impressive pressing games. If you're a football fan, you should see the first half. You should see the energy that Arsenal put into pressing. And if Teng and Dhruv remember, we did the same when United visited Arsenal at Emirates in January.
2-0.
We did not give any space, and impressive. We are definitely not taking our chances as an attacking unit the way we should be doing to win the games in the Premier League, but that's fine. We'll get there. Hopefully, we have quality players. Lacazette needs to bounce back. Maybe Aubameyang has got the confidence back with that
Aubameyang को
penalty.
लेके आ पहले मेरी FPL डूब रही है उसकी वजह से पहले उसको वापस लेके
FPL, bro, I showed the faith in him. उसने मेरे को points दे दिए. The thing is that Aubameyang will get the confidence definitely, and I feel Europa games could help Lacazette, but then we have Nketiah. So I feel the competition in the team Arsenal has in the attacking front will also help each other, because I've seen a massive improvement in Pepe, even though he didn't feature in the game. But Willian coming in and putting the pressure on Pepe that I don't care if you're a 80 million signing and I'm a free signing, I don't care about that. But if you don't perform, you're out of the team. And Arteta has that simple. So really impressive. So I would like to disagree with
Martinelli is
you
back
to
in
some extent.
training. Shaurya.
Yeah, I would love to see him as a striker because he has the pace, he has the finishing touch, and hopefully.
all right. So on that note, my last question to you guys before I end this video is, which team, either United or Arsenal, will finish above in the Premier League? Like when we come to the end of the season, seeing the table currently, seeing the current form, seeing the players however they are performing, what do you feel? Like keep aside your like ऐसे दिल को दूर रख के थोड़ा ऐसे दिमाग लगा के थोड़ा सोच के कौन ऊपर परफॉर्म करेगा थोड़ा हमें बताए. I'll start with Shaurya.
एक भाई दिल को बाहर रखना मुश्किल है because Arsenal is love. But okay, if you want a neutral view, I won't get carried away by my love for Arsenal. But see, I don't, even though I'm really happy with the win, obviously I have to be happy with the win. But Arsenal need to be more consistent. And to be very honest, in the post-match presentations, in the pre-match presentation, I could see the pain in Arteta's voice when he said that we lost to City and Leicester after those performances. And we had to bounce back big time. And we did. And to be honest, I see a certain amount of vision that the Arsenal manager has. And I'm seeing that with United too, but I don't know. United and Arsenal, they're both a bit inconsistent for me. So it's hard to say, but definitely I see Arsenal finishing above United because home form is important, and currently United's home form is horrific. It's horrific. 6 games without a win in the PL for a team like Manchester United. I mean, they're no joke. 20 English league titles. That's not for everyone. So I feel home form is important, and Arsenal, they'll bounce back from that home defeat to Leicester. They did against United, and I see a positive result against Villa too. So I do feel Arsenal are going to finish above United definitely.
And a possible standing? Any possible standing? Second, third,
It's hard to
first?
say, Dave. It's really hard to say. I really want a top 4 finish. I really miss the Champions League music in my ears when Arsenal are playing.
Right.
But again, you see Tottenham, Kane, Son, Mourinho, they're doing some magic. You definitely see Pep in the top 4. I mean, I feel if till January, February he's not in the top 4, he'll most probably be sacked because that's how City do it. Liverpool, you can't rule them out. I mean, they're phenomenal. Even though they could have a few slip-ups, but first 3, 4, you can see Chelsea. I mean, I really want a top 4 finish, so I'm going to say either 3rd or 4th, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
मतलब फर्स्ट तो तूने अभी से रिजेक्ट कर ही दिया है, कुछ भी करो फर्स्ट नहीं आओगे.
Like, if you ask me in December, maybe my first bol do, depending if we are somewhere in the table. But currently, 3rd, 4th, hopefully for me. And a realistic finish is, I think, a 3rd or a 4th, yeah.
All right, fair enough. So ध्रुव सर, क्या कहेंगे आप यूनाइटेड के बारे में, या फिर आर्सेनल आपके हिसाब से आगे जाएगी?
अभी सही बात है, दोनों ही काफी इनकंसिस्टेंट रहे हैं. मतलब यूनाइटेड काफी ज्यादा रही है आर्सेनल से, बिकॉज आर्सेनल, यू नो, आर्टेटा एज अ मैनेजर आई थिंक इज सुपीरियर देन ओले because of what he's done as assistant manager for Guardiola at City, and even though what he's shown by himself, you know, his own capabilities, जो उसने आर्सेनल में आके जो उसने दिखाया वो कर सकता है, the way he's transformed the team, जो उनाई एमरी के अंडर थी और जो अभी आर्टेटा के अंडर है, the players look much more focused and motivated, as Shaurya mentioned. So I think Arsenal, the only reason, you know, मतलब if you see attack, midfield and defense, right now after this match we sort of, you know, like figured out कि midfield में Arsenal is a very dominant team right now because of Partey and Elneny, and you know, a lot of options that they have. Even Ceballos, when he plays, when he comes, he's a good player. And our midfield, the only person in our midfield who is sorted is Bruno. Pogba, there's a lot of problems with him, and you know, Baki, Fred may be inconsistent sometimes. Scott McTominay, I like him as a player. I like his performances. He gives it his all. But you know, as attacking and defending, I think we can do much better than Arsenal. Even in attacking and even in defending. Attacking, we've proved that last season. No need to talk about that. Defending की बात आती है तो time लगेगा उसमें. You know, I think we're getting there. थोड़ा और time लगेगा आगे जाके. But you know, we have Wan-Bissaka, and you know, once Telles comes out of COVID, let's see when he starts matches what he does. And Daya looks good, back to his, you know, best
But
form.
don't you feel that's a lot of maybes and ifs and possibilities
Exactly.
that
That's what I'm
every
coming to.
team has?
That's what I'm coming to. Yeah, that's what I'm coming to. Right now, Manu has much more problems to solve than Arsenal, and that's why I think it's difficult for them to finish above Arsenal. But it can be done because one
Yeah,
thing that's for sure
definitely.
is Ole is unpredictable. And अगर उसकी जॉब पे बात आ गई तो भाई वो तो जॉब पे बात आ गई ना, अगर जॉब पे बात आती रही ना पूरे सीजन तो वो टॉप 4 तो करा ही देगा.
ठीक है, मतलब ठीक
Ole
है.
becomes Sir Alex when he's under the
Yeah.
cosh.
ठीक है, देखते हैं ये भी, ये पर्सपेक्टिव भी देखते हैं. थैंक्स सर, आप बताएं.
I backed Ole for this game because मेरे को लगा, I mean, I felt that he was, I mentioned earlier कि he was due to use this formation and he did it against Arsenal. The only bad decision was that, I mean, one or two decisions, I mean, he shouldn't have played this formation against Arsenal. So, but he has a statistic, that was his 100th Premier League game. 100 game as Manchester United manager, and he has a better win percentage than Jurgen Klopp when he arrived at Liverpool, and he had been a manager for Liverpool for the first 100 games. So I still believe in Ole, and but let's be realistic. Arteta has done wonders with this Arsenal team. He's got them the FA Cup, the Community Shield. I mean, it's not a big joke. So, but I have an interesting take on this. I feel that both of the teams will finish in the top four, but Arsenal will finish above United. That's what I feel.
Tottenham,
Alright.
Chelsea, daggers.
Brother,
नहीं, अब मेरा
Aston Villa in this Premier League season. Where is Everton in this Premier League season? Crystal Palace. You just can't rule out anyone, bro.
You
This
can't,
is-
you can't.
Open, it's wide open right now.
नहीं, बट
Premier
सिंपल
League,
सी बात है, तुम्हें जो बोलना है तुम बोलो. चेल्सी तुम दोनों के ऊपर आएगी और वो मेरी गारंटी है.
देखते हैं
ऐसे मैं लिख के दे रहा हूँ. All right. So on that note, we would like to say bye to all of you. We would see you in the next video very soon. We'll be coming with a preview, a possible preview very soon. We'll see which team we'll focus on next time. So until then, see you. Bye bye. Namaste. Bye. Namaste. Bye. All right.
Different sound.